Okay, we are live.
We're live.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Awesome. Right on. Welcome everybody. Oops, sorry. I'm getting situated. Welcome everybody to the Modular Synth listening party for Bandcamp artists. Thank you for joining. So this is being hosted by Colorado Modular Synth Society, but we also have a special guest here, Johno, over in the corner. I can
Wait, I'm the special guest?
special guest. I'm certainly not the special guest by any
I feel special.
My name's Sine Mountain. With me, also alongside with Johno, is Kip Schwinger.
Yo.
Monoscene down there.
Hello.
Yeah, yes.
Oh man, I want the effects.
This is the Fabulous Four. And all night tonight, we're going to be playing some song, discover, and hopefully maybe even buy their music, because today on Bandcamp they are waiving their fees, meaning that the money that you pockets more so. So let's support each other, and definitely let's support some modular synth artists, because we all know this is not a cheap hobby, and putting together albums is always scary, and it has plenty of challenges. So let's help each other out and check each other out, and maybe even buy some albums together. So tons of fun. I think we're gonna start the night off with a new track that's off of our brand new Colorado Modular Synth Society compilation, Volume 1, our very first one we've ever done. And it's got 18 artists, over 2 hours worth of modular synth music from local artists. I think I'd love it too. So whatever that means. So, okay, let's go ahead and start off a track with the Aphonic. 15 Delight. Yeah, that's the Phonic Brian, as he's known around these parts.
That is tasty. That is tasty
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, Brian played at the beginning of our Synth Society Summit for when we were talking about sequencers. And if anybody wants to go check out SoCal Society's Synth Summit, there's a ton of videos and they're totally worth checking out again and again because they're really great. But for ours, he opened up with a set. And he also played Freak Boutique the week before. He's great live and his production's like spot on, so fun. But yeah, that's off of our new compilation. This came out today, so go check that one out for sure.
So
Johno, how you doing? Thanks so much for joining, man. I appreciate that.
Thanks for having me. This is fun.
Yeah.
Once again, our community feels small, or bigger, and the locations feel smaller.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I know. Me and Johno have been talking on and off about how awesome this is all becoming.
Yeah.
So
it's hot right now.
Yeah, it's so hot right now. Yeah,
we're hot, baby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take off all my clothes.
Let's do it.
It's getting hot in here.
Let's do it. Let's get in our rating.
Wow.
I think that escalated so quick.
I thought we talked about this. Wait, what?
Wait. Just on the off chance somebody doesn't know who Johno is, could you tell us a little bit about who Johno is?
Oh, sure. Yeah. God, I mean, like life story situation, like grab a drink and chill out, or just current projects, or what?
Fast forward to when you got into modular, what you've been up to since you got into
Okay. So I'm a solo modular artist. I run Modular on the Spot San Diego. I started the Wave podcast last year, and today I launched Mott's World.
Awesome.
So we all have a huge, well, I mean, a lot of us have a lot of international friends, and I think that we're aware of this huge community that we're part of. But for Modular on the Spot, it's mostly in the US. So it's kind of like, I think it's like duty basically to like make the scene larger. And like I said, with our locations, to feel like we're smaller. Because, my international friends are like, man, I wish there was something like this in my country or city, but the closest thing is 4 hours away. And I've never played out, or I've played once. And so Mott's World is about that. So we're just doing like remote performances and having people send in videos, and the response has just been huge. So our first event is next Friday, a week from today. And we've got St. Petersburg, Russia, and we've got Uruguay and Australia and Germany.
That's right.
With Omri Cohen. Yeah.
That's so cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, we're gonna tune in for that. I mean, if you haven't listened to Wave podcast, you should. It's amazing.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, dude, I'm serious. I mean, it's so good. And the Modular on the Spot YouTube's also great too. Check out lots of cool stuff.
Yeah, that's been fun because I've kind of viewed it like, if you're gonna come down to San Diego and play, I want to send you off with a good video, like with a good soundtrack. And it's helped us build this great YouTube channel. So we have just, this isn't hardcore, but I mean, it's like 2 GoPros, nice 2 angles. And all of our performances are up on that. It's been a great channel to grow, and really good feedback on, being able to see shows you missed. And yeah, it's been fun.
Well, I've definitely been inspired by what you've been doing. So it's really awesome to have you here on this show with us. And also, one of the reasons why I asked you to come on here is because since you've seen so many acts come through San Diego, and then, like you mentioned, you've probably talked to even more people outside of San Diego.
Yeah.
You have probably a good pulse on some really good artists for people to check out.
Well, Wave's been probably more powerful just because it's a bigger reach, because in San Diego, it's like we have a growing community, but it's small. Usually LA has to support, every one of our modular on the spots. So we'll have like 1 or 2 locals and then 2 from LA because they have a really good, larger scene. But Dotwave's been a good communication building tool or whatever. Just because, we can have everybody. So
yeah, that's cool.
Our
So
latest, episode was Helen, Vogelsinger from south of France. So
yeah, that
that's
episode is
a good
bonkers.
example.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. No, she's a sister. But yeah, I mean, she can't appear in San Diego and play, but now she can do Mott's World. So
That's great. Yeah. And that's good. That's awesome.
So how does that work? How does that work, Mott's World?
So instead of dealing with a bunch of remote streams, just because I think like this is fine when it's 4 of us talking and we're all here, we're all stateside, we can all depend on our fancy internet. From what I've talked to and what I've been told from my international friends, they don't have that. I mean, we're like LA backbone internet, so we've got probably the best internet in the world, which is great. But if I've got like an audience, people watching, and I've got terrible bandwidth problems and people dialing in and having problems, I just don't want that. So what I'm doing is I'm having people send in videos.
Okay.
So in that regard, their performances aren't live, but they were made like days before, whatever. And my broadcast is live, so I can interact with Chad and and then I play those videos, and it's kind of in a nice professional wrapper with graphics and overlays and a little bit of chat, like in between songs and, interacting with Chad. And that's the format.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
We'll tune in on Friday and check that out for sure.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do it at 1 p.m. so I can kind of position well for Europe, because it's like UK is 8 hours and Germany's 9.
Yeah.
Or sorry, Germany's 9 and Russia's 10, but Australia is 16 and a half. So unfortunately,
they just gotta be special.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
So unfortunately, our domain, Adam Ritchie, who's playing, it's going to be 4 a.m. his time.
He's gonna be like,
it's an early day.
Well, I had to ask him. I'm like, dude, I've just got to kind of average the times, and because I do want American audiences to hear these people more than just we like them on Instagram and we're hearing the 1-minute jams, which they do.
Mm-hmm.
So if I do it at 7 a.m., we're going to lose our American audience.
Yeah.
So I got to kind of pick an average.
Yeah. That'll. Yeah, that's gonna be a challenge for us for all these live streams for sure.
Yeah. I mean, like this right now, all of Europe is asleep.
Maybe I'm still holding out for a few cats out there.
I mean, I stay up until 3:30. So
yeah.
I mean, I would be here.
Well, I mean, they're almost awake. That's the thing. And the longer we go, the more likely that they come back online.
Yeah. So if you're watching from Europe, ping us on the comments. We want to know.
Love you.
We love you. Yeah, extra love. We're gonna shout your name out and give you props.
Speaking of time offsets, I've got this track queued up that Johno picked from a Russian artist. What can you tell us about this?
So Tyet is so this is Vladislav Green. He's actually playing next Friday on Mott's World. And this guy, I'm sure we all follow him on Instagram. He's it looks like Tate, T-A-E-T, Tate. Mm-hmm. And he goes by Tate Music on Instagram, but it's pronounced Tyet. And this guy is so prolific. He's posting constantly. He's got the beautiful black and white videos, with the black backdrop. It's like he's standing in blackness.
Yeah.
And man, this guy is so good. And we've talked here and there. Super nice guy. And I reached out to him about Dotwave. He wants to do it. And I reached out to him about being on on Mott's World, and he was just like, absolutely. But this song, let's get to it, Johno. Come on. Sorry. This song, I reposted on my feed, and it was one of those where all I had was a minute, and I'm just playing this song constantly. I would, I'd like go back and listen to it. And here's a Bandcamp story, man, is I went and bought his whole discography based on this track, because it was my first one, and I was like, God, he's so rad. And I went and I bought his whole discography over it. That's awesome. For those listeners, nothing like buying a discography, man. That's right. Some support.
Go support the artists.
Yeah.
All right, let's play some of that track right now.
Yeah, this is Dispatcher.
dope track. That's a dope track.
Couldn't really you just listen to that like all day?
Oh yeah,
totally, yeah,
like on loop, just like.
No, hey, and I've been there with some of his Instagram posts where I've sat there and I'm like,
oh yeah,
that's dope.
Just let it keep playing, you know, hits the minute long, just starts again.
So I go, yeah,
it's awesome.
No, his aesthetic is on point too.
Totally.
I can never keep on. I can never commit to an aesthetic for that kind of stuff.
You and I both, yeah.
Haphazard. Monoscene. I think you're up, man. That is you were talking. So, yeah. We were talking.
Yeah. So the next artist is actually somebody who joined us in the YouTube chat. That is Joseph, also known as Snakes of Russia.
Boom.
Oh, Johno, you know that guy? You don't know Johno? You know that guy?
Yeah, you should know that guy, right?
I do.
Johno, you should do a show with that guy.
Well, basically, he and I, have agreed that as soon as Mott San Diego is back outside live, he's going to come down and play.
Oh, dope.
Because he's just 2 hours away or whatever.
I was telling Monoscene about that. I was like, oh, I'm watching this episode right now, and I'm watching this dude, and like it's so tight, blah blah. And then Monoscene's like, oh yeah, I met that guy. I was like, what?
Yeah, so which is funny because about 2 weeks ago, I was at the online edition of the Rocky Mountain Synthesizer Meetup.
Yeah, props to Mark.
And that's where I met him. So there was an episode with a guy from Ableton, Huston, and he was doing an episode on sound design, and then Joseph was there, and we were in this breakout room where everybody gets to meet everybody for 5 minutes, and so I wasn't familiar with his music, and then I checked it out, and I was just blown away. And that's just absolutely amazing. So
yeah,
yeah, and so he has a new EP out. Came out yesterday.
Yesterday,
I think yesterday. Yep.
Yeah, right.
So I'll post the link in the chat, and we're gonna listen to a track off of that EP.
Great timing. I mean, really timely. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
And the track is called "And Raise Your Hands to the Sky."
There we go.
Check this out.
That's the first track on the album. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
I was feeling that one.
Yeah. When those
That one hits
those, like,
hard.
yeah, those snares
Yeah.
come in. Dun, dun, dun. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, this is fire.
Yeah.
It was funny, like when you were talking to him and about his length of songs, and like it was such a nice little moment in that conversation where he's talking about like his structure and everything.
I can't make short songs like that. I can't do it.
Well, that was
so
brilliant. Yeah, I know. I wish I could.
Yeah. That's like my 2020 challenge. I'm gonna do like a whole EP of 5-minute songs.
Oh my god! I would love to do that. I can't come in under 10.
Yeah,
or 15. Yeah,
which is totally a challenge to anybody watching this show. Like, it's going to be a challenge for us because I think you said it best, John. Like, we don't even get started until like the 5-minute mark.
Right. I mean, let me develop a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, right.
I'm on my 5th pad right about then.
All kinds of, right. Yeah. I can't commit to just one thought and just have it happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a challenge. So tonight we're going to be playing 3 to 5 minutes of a song. Definitely head over to these artists' page and check them out and download it. Once again, this is the Colorado Modular Synth Society Bandcamp listening party. God, has a long title. There it is.
Fancy titles.
That's pretty sweet little overlays there.
Oh yeah. That's
we got it all.
We got it all. We're highfalutin.
You're falutin, baby.
We're definitely falutin.
That's a $5 word. Highfalutin.
Yeah. So yeah, but thanks everybody for joining. This is fun casual, as I say, casual Friday. All right, who's next? Kip Schwinger.
Yeah. So we're gonna give a shout out to my Boston modular peeps. I used to live in Boston before I moved to Denver. I'm gonna play a segment of a live recording from one of my friends, Campbell Payne. This is live at Boston Modular. This is a live set. Yeah, so that's A. Campbell Payne.
That was really cool.
I'd love to tell a great story about Campbell. So there's an event in Somerville, Massachusetts, where I used to live, just outside of Boston, called Porch Fest, in which people basically have free license from the city to set up a venue on their porch or outside their house, play music. They're all listed on the Arts website, and people can kind of walk around and check out different shows. And so my friend Ed and I set up basically a modular show, electronic music show. We invited some of our friends. Had a couple racks set up, and Campbell was one of those people. He walks up with a Game Boy and nothing else. And we're all looking at him like, "You're gonna play a set on a Game Boy?" And he's like, "Yeah." It was the best set of the night, man. He fucking rocked it. He just plugs in his Game Boy and just throws down. So I highly recommend checking out Campbell's other music. He's got a lot of good stuff on Bandcamp. Check him out. Good guy.
That's awesome. Definitely.
That sounds neat.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's cool to hear about other scenes. So to hear about Boston, that porch concert thing idea that you just said, like, that seems so rad.
It's amazing. Yeah, I wish we should like start one in Denver, just for modular though.
Modular, strictly modular.
It's like modular on the spot, kind of, but like on a bunch of spots at the same time, and you can just kind of walk around and check them out.
That's funny because like when I've been, I haven't been to a ton of festivals, but I've definitely had that feeling of like, oh man, I'm missing out on stage, on this other stage across the street, you know, on the other side of the field. I can't imagine being like, I gotta get on the other side of the city to check out.
The great thing about it too is like cops pretty much turn a blind eye to Open Container that day. Like if you're causing trouble, you know, they'll stop you, but everybody walks around with open drinks. It's great. Yeah.
Well, we have to worry about Monoscene. He's the troublemaker of the crew.
Yeah.
See, where I'm from, that's normal.
Yeah.
That's normal. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to Mystery Circles, who is going to be giving away some merchandise later on in the show. They also did a really cool thing where they have put up a code for people to go pick up more, even get another discount on top of the music they're going to buy today and I think in the future. So, you know, I've talked to those guys a couple of times and they're super supportive. So just want to give them a shout out. For Dave giving Colorado Modular Synth Society giveaway stuff in the past, and you know they're always like looking to help out and reach out. I'm actually wearing one of their shirts right now, so you want to go check out.
They have a great compilation out.
The new compilation is so good.
Amazing.
It's so
There's
good.
So many awesome artists on that one. So I have that on vinyl. It's awesome.
You had to say that you had it on vinyl. You just added. You had to drop it. Exactly.
I don't have a lot on vinyl. I have that on
hipster,
vinyl.
man.
Exactly.
Hey, if you got it, man.
If you got it, you got it. Yeah, exactly. I hear you. Totally. Actually, this next song is actually off of that compilation, which I think is their first compilation too. Am I wrong or right on that? Do you know Monoscene?
I think so. Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool. So here's the first compilations. This is Dissolve in Sepia, and I think it's Violet Between Green. I'm probably screwing that up. We'll put it on the floor there. Check it out. Yeah, yeah. Dissolve in sepia. Wow.
Jeez Louise.
Right? So good. He's one of those cats. I think same story. It's just a big repeating theme. Saw him on Instagram, start following him. Was like dope. Saw that he was on Mystery Circles, and which a lot of artists that I like are on, and it's just so great in everything he does. And so he's one of those Instagrammers who also like just shows everything that's making the music. So yeah, really, really chill stuff.
God, that's lovely.
Yeah, so cool. Thanks everybody who's watching right now. It's awesome. Thank you for putting comments. Monoscene's going to be doing a lot of the moderation there. So if you have any questions or something like that, you can ask that. And if you have any like albums or artists you think that should people should check out, also post those in the comments too. And we might not be able to play them today, but I think people watching will be able to go check it out. So we still have a few more hours before this Mayday Bandcamp special of waiving the fees as it happens. So as you're listening to this, go pop over to Bandcamp and pick up some music. I don't mind if that's the reason why you're leaving.
No, you just open up another tab. You don't have to leave.
Yeah, that's true. You don't have to leave. You don't have to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I appreciate it. I know a lot of you would rather be binge watching a Netflix show or something. Just joking. Not this community. Sweet. Hey, Johno, let's put you right on the spot. What would you want to listen to next?
Oh, sure. Well, in curating for Mott's World, I found this label out of Argentina called Vista Recordings.
Oh, sorry.
Do you know them?
No, but I was going through your list today, and I was kind of randomly listening to everyone's recommendations. And I was having one of those busy work days, and I put this on, and I was like, whoa, what?
Dude,
I mean,
I felt the same way. Yeah.
I was like, wow. No, sorry. I should just I'll back up.
It's great. It's great.
It's really good.
This is one of those labels. So like, it makes me feel like in the mid and late 90s, aging myself here, you could count on labels to like everything which they put out was good, you know. Schematic, Warp had a moment.
Yeah.
And this makes me think of that. Like everything on this label, I couldn't believe it. So this is a track by, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you before, so you could cue it up, Kip, sorry. But this is Voodoo, and this is on Vista, and it's a track called De Paratumba, and this just is like the crunchiest, crispiest stuff. I love this stuff.
I listened to this earlier. Freaking amazing.
Yeah.
It's too good. Yeah.
Good job, Voodoo. Oh yeah,
That is ill.
that song's so dope. Word. Oh my god.
So good.
Okay. Oh, look who we have. All right, coming from
What's up?
Chicago.
Hello.
What's
Nice.
up, guys? How are you?
Yeah, this
What's
is
up, man?
Red Stripe Down is in the house. Everybody,
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
thanks for hopping on. Like me, and Red Stripe,
Yeah.
we're just talking on Instagram, and like let's do it. Let's have you on. Let's pop on because I've been wanting him to come on and talk to him.
Sweet.
So this is this is live, baby.
Here we are.
Here we are. Thanks for hopping
Yeah,
on.
man. Absolutely. This is awesome. I've loved everything I've heard so far. What a treat to be able to hear so many artists that I haven't heard yet. Just fucking killer. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for hosting this. This is very cool.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks for coming on and checking out some of these tunes and stuff like that. We're gonna play your tune coming up pretty soon. So how's everything over there? How's Chicago? How's life, man?
It's warming up a little bit. You know, everything's still pretty locked down, but
Yeah.
people are doing pretty well. I
Yeah.
think everybody's handling it in a decent manner, and keeping good spirits. And music is definitely helpful in this process, as I'm sure everybody here recognizes.
Yeah.
It's for us. I'm sure it's a happy thing to some extent to be able to be home and to spend time making music or being creative or relaxing or whatever, and trying to see the silver lining in this horrible thing. And at least we have music, I gotta say.
Yeah. We got music in each other
Cheers
now.
to that.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. Well, man, it's great to have you on.
Thanks, man.
I think we're all in the same boat. We're all big fans of everything you've been putting up for the last few years. How long have you?
Thanks, man.
How long have you been doing modular stuff?
Probably going on about 6 years.
Oof.
I'd say 6,
Yeah.
7, maybe.
OG right there.
Yeah. I mean, I do
sure.
have an OG mass. If that's it's hard to tell now. I guess I've been living here in Chicago for nearly 5 years, and I got into this when I was living in Brooklyn and bugging all the guys working at Control every single day. But yeah, I guess 6, 7 years, something like that.
Wow.
And it's been, what a great journey it's been, man, and what a community, as this is a testament to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're covering some ground today. We got Johno out there, sunny San Diego.
Oh
We out
man.
there in Chicago.
3 time zones represented right
Three
now.
time zones. Yeah,
East Coaster
exactly.
in here.
That's pretty
That's
sweet.
That's awesome.
What's everybody drinking?
I'm doing Pacifico.
Well,
I saw some
was.
people asking in the comments what everybody's drinking.
Nobody cares about the modules. They just like, what are you drinking? What's that?
Hey, there's priorities in the quarantine.
Exactly.
It's like
You gotta be
generic.
stocked
Dude,
up.
it's not even like Diet
Cheers to
Coke. It's
that.
like
Oh.
generic.
Yeah.
Nice.
Drinking my favorite cocktail from Fort Greene, which we are all sad we can't be at. That's the
Yes.
venue
That's
here
a-
in Denver that hosts our Freak Boutique and our modular events.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
we
a venue.
can't wait to get back there.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, one day, boys. One day.
one of these days.
So Johno, Red Stripe. So just to let you guys know, we put out our compilation for the Colorado Modular Synth Society. Came out today. We started working on that like in the end of December, beginning of January, and then we just kind of like it just took a lot of time to get together, everybody, and then mastering, and then artwork. We did this crazy awesome artwork for it. In fact, we have like the front cover, the back cover are like, yeah, those are cool. But we also had artwork done for each individual track by this artist. And he did this cool stuff with like using video synthesis to make the images. It's like a whole awesome thing. So it took a while, but it finally came out today too. So we're going to be playing a few tracks from that.
So cool.
And
Sick.
and the next track we're going to play is actually by Kip and this other guy named Isaac. What do you guys go by now? Noise diffusion?
Tonotopic.
Tonotopic.
Yeah, that's the duet. So Isaac, also known as Noise Diffraction, he's got some stuff out on streaming services, Spotify, Apple Music, I think also on Bandcamp. I'm not totally sure though. His links are in the compilation though. If you click on our track, you can find all his links. So, yeah.
Is this the track you two made?
This is the track we two made. Yeah,
right.
so
Nice.
let's get it going. Yeah, this is
Do
our
it.
first track together. We're hoping to do more.
Right on. Sweet. Let's check it out.
obscure outskirts. galaxy.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I love that track.
That is
Thank
fun.
you. Yeah, we had a lot of fun making that. That was like, went over to Isaac's to jam. We multi-tracked it, and it was like, damn, that was pretty good. We should like make a real track out of that. And that's how it was born.
Like, oh wait, we just did.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Fuck.
That's awesome, man. I love that. So cool. So cool.
Yeah, so we got real quick, we got Matt Hansen Weller in the chat on YouTube. He did the artwork
Yeah.
for the compilation, and he's actually planning on doing some limited print runs. So he's a printmaker by trade of the artwork. So keep an eye out for that.
Sweet.
Yeah. Go for it. Oh, my first lull.
Wait, what?
No, this is
Go.
Matt's stuff is so good. That artwork looks amazing. I can't wait for everybody to see all the other artwork too. It's gonna be so cool. But yeah,
What a great project.
super fun. I love that song. Great, awesome song. Awesome. So while we got Red Stripe down here, I think we gotta play one of your tracks, man. Like,
Ooh.
dude, I mean,
All right.
yeah, I love it. I think what song do we have lined up for? I know I put one down.
Endings Indifference.
Yes, yeah. Do you want to tell us a little bit about this song real quick before we jump into it?
Yeah, it's kind of two tracks that are just kind of one thing. I haven't split them up. I don't know why I keep doing that. I probably should just. I don't know. I don't know. Not really. Some new stuff, things that I had been working on. It kind of came about from a bunch of little ideas that I had never finished, and just trying to find a way to make them work and try to bring them together.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of a challenge of taking little snippets of other songs and pieces and just trying to finally get it the hell out of my life. So yeah, that's about it.
So for your like albums and stuff, is that would you have an idea about the album first, or do you take a few songs and say, okay, I got like 16 songs or whatever, or maybe not 16, but like you got like
I don't know, man. I'm horrible at releasing music and actually committing to recording something, and I think part of that is this instrument a little bit, right? I mean, something about it, being able to pull it apart and start fresh and do something brand new, it is more enticing to me than recording all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a hard time committing my musical time, which now, fortunately, I have more of, but before I had less of.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to commit that time just to editing and recording, I couldn't handle it. That's why I got into modular in the first place, was to move away from the computer in that process. But so yeah, this is something new, something that I decided to release, and I'm going to be releasing more music. I decided that I got to just suck it up, and you know, and the more you do it, of course, the better you get at it, the more efficient the process
That's very
is.
true.
You just got to spend the time and suck it up. So
but that's part of the reason why I wanted to do this, is because I know, like what you were just talking about is true for so many of us. Like, you just want to play, and it takes so much time to learn and then play, and then to go through that whole like recording thing. It's like, oh man, that's not what I got. Like, maybe there's some people out there who that's what they have that mindset. They got that way. Power to them. But for a lot of us, it's like, oh gosh.
But that's also kind of the beauty of it too, is
right?
like with this instrument, it's like you get a patch and it's like, this is gone. Once I turn the damn thing off, it's gone. I better record this.
More or less.
Right. Commit.
Yeah.
So
Something that keeps me going in that mentality is like, I want to look back and know that I had released a lot of stuff, you know? Like, I think that our legacy, like, what is that word, right? Like, what are we going to release and leave, you know? Like, that really keeps me going at quite a personal level. Like, I want to put out a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So again, back to the reason why I put this out there, this show together, or that idea was like, it for those people who did commit to recording, This show is dedicated to them, you know, and
Right.
I like
to
that.
everybody here who's recorded
That's
something. This
beautiful,
is dedicated
man.
Right.
to that to when you decided to hit record, and then share it to everybody else.
Absolutely. Well said.
Head over to Bandcamp and support everybody else. And let's check out
Support the artists.
this, right. And let's check out this Red Stripe Down track. Let's check this out.
Right on.
Cue it up.
Wow.
So good.
Oh,
Wow.
thanks, guys.
Wow.
Major love in the chat over that, man.
A lot of love in the chat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
That
let's,
was,
let's keep this
special.
going for a minute underneath us. And Red Stripe Down, if you could tell us a little bit about kind of how you put that track together. What was the process?
You know, that's a funny thing because I think I try to remember that when a track is done. You know, it feels like
Write it
What did I
down.
do?
you've spent so much time with something like this, in a rational amount of time sometimes, fretting over the silliest things in a track, and we're all guilty of it. That sometimes you forget how it started, and sometimes it starts with just like a sample or a little melody or a rhythm or something, and over time just layering things and just not unpatching. That's
Yeah.
that's the biggest struggle. Is just tweaking the same thing for so long until you have it. I like to try to capture as much of a raw thing from the system as I can, and not worry about overproducing things too much. That usually doesn't work, but I try to let the modular just kind of do its own thing. And again, what I like about it is its slight unpredictability and it taking you places that you probably wouldn't go otherwise. And I think I like to really lean in on that side of it with the tracks. It's like, okay, this is kind of out there. How do I bring this into a format that people can understand, or there's a groove behind or something? And I want to take this kind of obscure thing and kind of bend it to my will, and that's kind of where it goes. And then just layering and seeing what works, and so much trial and error, just like I guess anything. Yeah.
So when do you know how to stop? Like when do you know when you're done?
When my wife walks by and says, "I don't want to fucking hear this ever again." She goes, "Jesus, will you just release it? You haven't done anything." I'm like, I totally changed this whole part.
I'm tweaking the EQ on the hi-hat. Come on.
And she's a really highly trained musician, and so she has a great ear. And
Good.
sometimes I just got to listen to her. You know,
Yeah.
when she says,
Yeah.
"Get it the hell out of
Yeah,
your
yeah.
life," okay, honey, I
Yeah.
will. It's
Yeah.
gone.
Well, the good thing with the modular is that what I find is when I have like some kind of a deadline where I have to unpatch, then that usually helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because once I'll take pictures and I take notes and I try, figure out a system how to get one cable into, to recreate the patch, but it never works. You can never recreate it that way, which is also a good thing.
Yeah.
Right? Because it forces you to get to that point where you can just say you commit to that and you say, okay,
Sure.
that's good enough. That's what it is.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
you just gotta call it sometime. You gotta fold it.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's over. It's done. I'm
Know
gonna
when to
walk
hold
away.
them and know when to fold them. That's
You
so
know, good old.
I was
King
gonna
Ryan.
say it. I was gonna say it. I was
Yeah,
like, you know what? I'm not gonna show my. Oh, he said it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well, I had Kenny Rogers on my bingo card. That's one. Dude, that's awesome. That's cool. I mean, I loved it at that track. It's really great, man.
Mhm.
And
Well, thanks, man.
hang out with us if you want to, man. I know you got things going on, but you're totally welcome to hang out with us.
Yeah,
we're-
let me hang out for another track or two, and then I'll let
Do
you
it.
guys do your thing. I appreciate you
Oh yeah.
squeezing
yeah.
me in on the screen here.
Exactly. We got room.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Got screen space for you, baby.
We got exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to keep our road. Let's see who's next on. I'm putting on a recommendation. Monoscene. I think maybe you might be next.
Yeah. Let me just.
What's,
I think.
What's wetting your whistle?
Let's go with. Where's my list?
Who's your list?
Or whatever, right?
While he's figuring out what to do, I'm going to remind everybody this is the Colorado Modular Synth Society Bandcamp Modular Synth Listening Party. Say that 5 times fast and
Fly the graphics.
exactly. Amazing. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do this. By the way, we're gonna try to do this for every Bandcamp waiving a fee day. So that means that we'll be doing this on every first Friday of the month for June and July. one way or another, we're going to be doing this, and so we'll just keep having fun. So send us your recommendations, put them in the chats right now. Put your own name in there if you have something on Bandcamp. Share it, tell us, and then and like kind of like what you were saying, Monoscene's like sometimes like knowing that you have to like unpatch for something kind of like motivates you. So maybe this is the motivation for you to put something out for next listening party. Maybe
I just put something out today.
Ooh, you did? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's great.
it's on the compilation.
Oh, geez. Okay, there we go. Oh, you got it.
Oh, yeah,
Look at
it's
that,
just
you all got
that. Oh, yeah,
Touche, touche.
yeah. Well, come on. You asked for it.
I did.
All right, so I got something.
Here we go.
Our friend, our homie, Nasty Nachos,
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
Denver,
Okay, yeah.
has a new EP
Yeah.
out. The
Baby.
Getaway came out last week. Let's play a track out of that.
Nice.
We love
Yeah.
Alex.
We love
Go,
you,
Alex.
It's the best.
We do love Alex.
Alex is the best. That's right.
This faded fire has gone on for
God damn it.
Can I just say those toms?
Mm.
Look at all of us, dude. Like, we can't stop.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
You know, like when you get off a
We're
boat and
just
your legs are still like shaking.
Jesus Christ.
Tavarsi was mentioning like how like the story behind the release. It is, yeah, the whole thing behind that album is such a great story. We had Alex on at our very first modular synth meetup for April. We had him. That was like, I guess, a week ago. Feels like a year ago. Yeah, and he talks about how he wrote this like I think he was on vacation somewhere and watch the video. It's awesome. But like he wrote it somewhere else, and then he worked on it in LA, and then I think he finished it when he was up in Seattle for Velocity. It's just like it's just a cool story, and it's got so many great personal things for him in that whole album, and it's so great. And when that song drops, oh, what are you gonna do? It's, oh man, like I start doing like the kind of like you know what I mean? Y'all know that
Thriller
phrase.
dance.
Yeah, just like. But it's good stuff, man. And Nasty Nachos, if you're out there, we love you, man. Like you support our community so much, and you've done so much for the Colorado Modular Synth Society scene. Yeah. And he does so much for everybody else with his awesome videos. Yeah. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Good guy. Totally.
And they make such good stuff. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I'm
like, how does he find time to do that? He's so busy.
I know.
There's no excuses. Yeah, that's pretty rad. That's pretty rad. So a few people reached out to us who couldn't make the show because either they're going to be out of town or they won't be available, or they're in the UK. And one of those people is Ben Divkid. I think you guys know who he is.
Talk about community builder, yeah.
So yeah, another great community builder, right? Totally. He sent over a list of a few people we should go check out, and so I want to play this track of somebody he sent over. I'm gonna screw up saying his name. Ebdic. I'm probably screwing that up. Absidic. Yeah.
Absidic, yeah, right.
Absidic.
Right.
And he said that he's like the peak dark Berlin techno. And I reached out to him and I was like, Ben says like you have this really small setup, and how's that work? And yeah, he says he works on a super small setup. And so I love when people are able to bring like a small like 7U case and just like roll the house for like hours, right? This, and listening to this stuff is like, oh yeah, I can imagine this just like killing it, in a dark room somewhere in Berlin. So let's get a little intense with this. This is Iodine by Absidic. Sorry if I say your name wrong. Recommended by Ben Divkid. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm.
you know, I feel like people get into modular and they think, oh, it's gonna be nothing but like just
Leaps
curl
and blobs.
patches and yeah,
Rings in the
ambient
cloud.
stuff.
Yeah,
Man, I
right.
mean,
Right.
you could do so much awesome techno with
Oh,
modular.
so
I mean,
good.
obviously, yeah.
Those
That's
little
a good-
vocal like pads underneath everything, that haunting. Ah, it's so good.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like you were saying, Rest Dan, like it's like there's these little changes going on, right? It's not just the
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
yeah.
little subtleties, and then that,
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
said, that nice vocal thing, like really
Mhm.
fills out the space, you know. And you've got those deep low ends, and then everything. It's just you don't need much more, right?
No,
You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
yeah.
I can just imagine that in the room, you know, just like
Oh yeah,
really just filling it up.
Yeah, yeah.
losing your friggin' mind.
Losing your freedom mind. This guy just thought this fire's coming out. That's a cool scene, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm glad that Ben sent over a few tracks. I'll be playing a few of his tracks, recommended tracks throughout the evening. This is awesome, guys. Thanks so much for being here. This is so much fun. It's great listening to music with friends. You know, I consider you guys my friends, by the way. So can you guys lend me $5 or what? What a friend for! I thought we were good. Yeah, thanks, guys. Switch that. Somebody else who sent in some music for us to check out is Tim Held, who was also on our April meetup show. Yep.
What a
from
great guy.
Podger
Good guy.
Modcast.
Yeah.
Tim Held is cool dude. Hilarious, funny, caregiving. Another awesome community builder. His Discord is awesome. It's like everyone's hanging out in his living room, just sitting around talking, even though he's not even there right now. He's just like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, yeah. So
Right.
head over to Tim's Discord. It is totally on fire. So he sent me a couple tracks, and then I'm gonna play. We're gonna play one right now. This is Crosby Morgan.
Unfortunately, I will have the podcast on, but I have to end my end of the broadcast.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
okay. Hey,
All right.
but I really
Thanks for joining
appreciate
us.
you all letting me
Thanks.
crash your party here. This is such an amazing
Crash
thing.
time.
I am definitely excited to hear more of these, and I will be speaking to you guys very shortly.
We're gonna have you on our next one of our meetups here soon.
Yeah, please. I would love
Yeah.
to be a part of this anytime. And to everybody out there, thank you for watching and being into synths and being awesome. And
Right on, dude.
Yeah.
stay
Cheers, brother.
safe and wear a mask.
Thanks for
Right on,
being
brother.
here.
Right
Yeah.
on, man.
See you,
All
man.
right, I'll have this on, so I'm excited to hear everybody left. But I gotta take my dog out, so I will not carry you with me outside.
No worries.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
We love to see the Chicago streets. We don't want to see that part.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You're not missing much. But thank you all so much. Love everybody out there in the modular community, and I'll talk to you all soon.
Peace
Ciao,
out, man.
brother.
Thank
All
you
right,
so much.
peace. See ya.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you, man.
Red
Yeah.
stripe down.
Red stripe down.
Down.
Whoa, we
All
got
right.
himself an effect.
So now we got Crosby Morgan.
So now we got Crosby Morgan. So Tim says he saw her perform at Modular Nights and was blown away. All right, like if you guys aren't down with modular, I'm screwing it up. Modular Nights, that's something that Seattle Modular puts on, and I would love to see this one. Is their amazing events. The scene out there in Seattle is strong. We got great scene out there. Another great Discord to go check out. And Snowden over there helped us get our Discord set up and actually gave us some pointers on this format. So a lot of love for that area. So yeah, of course I want to hear what Tim was listening to and was blown away by. Let's check that out. This is Crosby Morgan. This is Broad Hall. Yeah.
Damn.
Damn. Right.
Mm.
Come on, everybody!
Wow.
You gotta go over to her Bandcamp and pick up one of. I mean, come on, that's dope.
Production on that was top notch, man.
Top
Those
notch.
Yeah.
vocals,
Mm.
amazing.
And women in modular. Come on, man. Women in
Yeah.
modular.
Oh, that was really good.
Yeah. So
Amazing.
cool. Yeah,
The
that's good.
vocals were
Yeah,
amazing.
the vocals are dope. The track is cool. It's got this movement.
See, I want to
it.
see that live.
I want to see that
know,
live. Yeah.
I saw like Caitlin Aurelia Smith,
Oh my God.
and that's just, with that, like doing everything and singing. Like I want that live. That's probably a whole nother level. That's
On another level. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see
Caitlin
why.
Oriella Smith. Now there's a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
No, but yeah, I could see why Tim was blown away by that. So I
Mhm.
can
Yeah.
dig that. Yeah. And that's just us listening to it over the Zoom like call. No, that's dope.
Mhm.
Oops.
all right. We're going next.
Yeah, let's go next. Let's keep
right.
it rolling.
All right. So we got Travarsi in the chat.
Is she there? All right, she's still there. Okay, Travarsi, we love you.
Travarsi.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
She started.
we're gonna
off
play
that-
some Travarsi.
Yeah, she started off
Yeah,
that-
that's right.
She
So
started off
cue
that
that up
exciting
because
stuff,
that's
so I
that's
love.
pretty awesome.
Yeah. And I love
Speaking of
it.
women in modular, come on
Yeah.
now.
There we go.
Come on.
And here we go.
Mm.
Yeah.
Those drums.
That is fire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who of you have seen her live?
I mean, I've seen her on YouTube.
No, live.
Bro, we're in
No.
Colorado, man.
Yeah, you
You
gotta
I
come to
don't know
Colorado.
when you've traveled, what shows you may have been
That's
to.
true.
I don't
That's
know.
true. Yeah. No. Yeah.
It's exciting. It's exciting. It's immersive. It's a big thing. Yeah.
I can imagine.
It's
So,
fuzzy.
I want to see it. I gotta see it.
Hey, I have a quick Bandcamp story here. Okay.
oh, yeah.
So this is today. All of the proceeds go to the artist. This is not self-promotion. It just happened. So Nick Gatos from North Coast Modular in Michigan
Yeah.
just bought my album that I released last year.
Is Nick Think? Nick is Think, right?
Mm.
He is Think, THYNK. Yeah. What a great guy. Anyway, thanks.
Yeah. Right on.
Like,
That's cool.
really? That's thanks, man. That
That's dope.
just came up.
That's cool.
That's dope. We got
Thanks.
a chance to meet each other in the SoCal.
Yeah. That
Um,
was such a good panel.
that was great, and I was
Mhm.
really excited. I reached out to those guys soon after.
Me
I was
too. Me too.
like,
I know. Like, I want to know you guys.
I want to hang out. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, and you're a Michigan guy, so I mean, come on, you gotta.
We did
definitely-
have the Michigan connection. It's
Yeah.
true. It's
you guys-
true.
I always wonder if people from Michigan like say so. Like, where are
Oh,
you?
totally. Oh, totally. Yeah.
We don't do that in Colorado because it's a square, so
Right.
it's pretty boring.
No, that's a total Michigan thing. Like, I was Grand Rapids. I was right here. Yeah.
That's so nice. That's a nice like having your map in
Yeah.
the hand.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
Unless you're from the UP, and then it's like. It's,
And then,
whatever.
I was up here.
Yeah.
I love it. I love how that was a Bandcamp story that turned into a Michigan story. Well done. Very well done, guys. This is people are not going to believe this is unscripted.
Well, I mean, North Coast Modular is really just, they're making great stuff. They've got a great scene. They're just awesome. Really, really great guys.
Yeah, if you guys are listening, like hit me up. I want to talk to you. I want to know more. I want you on the show. And I definitely want to play some music from your scene. I want.
And dude, what about that panel? Like, they all showed up repping, you know?
I know.
Like, they all showed up representing. They got their yellow shirts on.
Yeah.
They were fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. No.
Well, speaking of which,
Oh, I don't have mine on today.
who's
Oh,
rapping?
what?
Who's repping?
Oh, see, you guys are repping.
Tonight and who's not? Who's
Yeah,
rapping?
he's got
not.
the beanie,
Beanie.
though.
Oh,
You
okay.
gotta show the logo. Come on.
We got
there you go.
right.
You guys are repping. See?
Right.
See?
You talking about repping? Are we talking about repping?
He's like, sit down. We got repping. That's
No,
great.
No, we have a really great print shop down the street. Indie Ink, Abstract Denver. Try to do as much as we can local.
That's
Get
right.
that quality product.
Right on. That's great.
So someone in our group was talking about like they had someone else who had a track.
I got a track. So
Let's do it.
continuing women in modular. So
Hey,
this
man.
is a track I actually
Right.
stumbled across this week. It's more ambient, but I was really, really impressed with the composition. This is Emily A. Sprague.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're like,
Yeah.
Really
Everyone's like,
good.
Yeah.
I have a
See, I'm
good,
just
I
late
have
to
a
the
good
party.
Sprague story after this.
okay, let's play a track and then we'll go
All
into
right.
Johno's Sprig track. Sprig.
Sprague story.
Sprague story.
Thank you.
Jeez.
That's beautiful.
We stand with giants, my friends.
For real.
Hmm.
Let's hear that story.
Oh, I don't know if it's much of a story, but I did hype it up, so I guess we'll make it a story.
Better be a story now.
Unscripted.
No, but-
Unscripted.
But it is one of those things, like I say, like we stand with giants, and sometimes you're aware that you're like in the presence of greatness, right?
Mhm.
And man, oh man. So I found out that Caitlin Orielis Smith was doing something with Cool Maritime, her husband, and Emily Sprague up at the Getty here in Los Angeles. So it was like an outdoor daytime thing, and so I don't care what it is, I'm going. So I went up there with my wife and my daughters, and we sat on the grass, and slightly disappointed that Caitlin Orielis Smith didn't perform, but she read from her yoga meditation book. Okay. But while she did that, Emily Sprague and Cool Maritime sat in the grass, Mott's style, and Cool Maritime had a chill little skiff. I mean, really, I don't know, probably 104, so not that teeny, but just a skiff. And she played an OP1 and some sort of a mono grid setup thing. But it was just one of those things where we were just like melting into the grass.
Yeah.
Go up and talk with them afterwards, and I don't know them. We have a lot of mutual friends, but I don't know them. And it was one of those standing with greats things. It's just like, what do you say? Like, great set, bro. Unbelievable. Yeah. Like, sunset coming in, Getty,
Yeah.
all this architecture. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just such an afternoon.
That's cool. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Mhm.
I've been to that area, and I know that area you're talking about. And
Griffith Park, yeah.
Yeah, it's so dope. I can only imagine seeing a modular show there or anything.
Yeah, it was special. And lots of people, I think, got wind of that it was like a yoga reading thing. So this was not a modular crowd or anything. And like the
There's a
grass,
yoga reading. Yeah.
yeah, like the grass was covered with people and their blankets doing the yoga stretches. I was like, oh, okay.
Funny enough,
Whatever.
funny enough, there's actually a yoga reading live stream going on right now that we're competing with. So if there's anyone crossing over,
I don't know if you're competing, man.
I was maybe not.
I think you're crushing them.
Take that yoga reading.
Yeah, we got your yoga reading.
We got it.
We got it.
I have a
not
friend
consulting.
at a regional burn I used to go to when I lived in Boston called Firefly up in Vermont. He would play he brought his modular, as several of us did, and he would play during the day. There was like a yoga event at his camp, and he would play ambient modular during a yoga practice, and it was incredible.
That's reasonable. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, I can see that.
YWWG, if you're listening.
Sure.
shout out.
Gerald Fjord says in the chat he's downward dogging over streams right now.
He's over there cracking jokes.
Hopefully you're not letting one slip, man. Hopefully you can keep a good tight,
Tight
Yeah.
We
cover.
cannot unsee. We cannot unsee.
keep it tight, man.
No.
Keep it tight, bro.
The Twisted Twinkies. Okay, he and I were texting earlier. The Twisted Twinkies. Should I go there and explain that? No.
No, I think we're good. We got a lot of songs to
No.
get through.
No, it's bad.
All right, so we got a Johno track
Oh, okay.
coming up.
Yeah.
And
So-
before we do this, John, real quick,
Sorry.
I want to say my piece real quick about this.
Yeah.
So the person you're going to talk about, like, I heard her stuff also on Instagram real quick, and then I saw the YouTube. But I was I gotta admit, like, I was kind of like checking it out, but I was also like kind of scrolling, so I didn't like spend enough time with it.
Uh-huh.
Then I listened to your podcast with her on it, and I was sitting there listening to it, and I heard the whole thing, the whole song, and I was doing one of those things where I was like totally busy working. I just like put my computer away and sat there, just chilled out to it, mesmerized. So I'm so glad you brought her up in this list right now.
Yeah. There's the kind of, like inspiration come on, you can say it, inspiration, where you feel inspired. I'm so inspired. But then there's the kind of inspiration where you just got to stop what you're doing and just either start patching or work, and she's definitely done that to me. Yeah, I chased her on Instagram. I wanted her to be on, Dotwave, and became friends, and she's just so great. So this is Alain Vogelsinger from the south of France. She's right at the base of the Pyrenees Mountains, right next to Spain. And she's a queen of the 301, which we've had a lot of good conversations about. And she's become a dear friend and my younger sister. So this is Alain Vogelsinger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, what do you say, right?
One thing I want to, and I have to listen to that. Maybe tell me if it's in the podcast. Does she talk about working with the Nerd Sync?
She
I
does.
feel
That's
okay.
her sequencer of
Yeah.
choice. Yeah. Hmm.
we had that whole long talk about sequencers and and it was pretty like it wasn't like we were ragging on the Nerd Sync, but like no one was vibing with it in the room at the time, and I saw that she uses that in her patch notes.
Isn't it? I mean, it's so interesting how like we all work so differently.
Oh yeah,
She
totally.
loves that thing. Loves it.
I actually want to like get after hearing her stuff. I'm like, okay, so maybe I should get one because like not that I'll make music like her, but obviously it's not holding her up, which was my fear about that particular sequencer.
Well, her thing with that sequencer is the way which she does her arpeggios. For her, it's really natural. Like I use Fluxus 1 and I can definitely do arpeggios on that. It's fine.
Yeah.
What do you guys use?
I have the same thing too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have Lux 1. But I also use the Arpitech as well sometimes. I'll go back and forth on those too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she has an album coming out on Modular Field that just released the Nathan Moody album. And that's out in June. So that's the only track that's available on Bandcamp right now. Just awesome. And definitely check out her YouTube channel because she has her videos are just too good. Her boyfriend shoots all of them. They're lovely. And those performances are just awesome.
And those new tracks are so good. And right now they're only on YouTube right now, right? Those brand new ones.
And on Dotwave, those were all
on Dotwave.
those were like exclusive plays. I was like, thanks.
Yeah, and like I think this stuff is great, but those new ones are like And I think people will understand why I'm doing this whole pull my wig back on that because it's so crazy. All right.
I pulled my wig like all the way off. I just I chucked it. I just chucked it.
You just chucked it. Yeah.
It's gone.
You can't undo that action.
It's like twitching on the floor.
Yeah. Again, we got to keep moving. So,
okay, sorry. I was the wrong guy to ask. Bad choice.
Am I up?
You're up. And just to remind everybody, this is the Colorado Modular Synth Society. We're doing a listening party for all the Bandcamp artists who are modular synth artists. So don't forget, we still have a few more hours left to go run over there and pick up and support some artists. Check out some of these things that we're recommending after the show and during the show. We'll be dropping links to those artists. Monoscene.
All right. Next up is Martha Bauer from Germany. Goes by the name of Panic Girl. The track's called Cake on Jupiter.
Yeah,
So good.
so good.
So good.
The album,
Okay.
the album is so good.
So
She
good.
actually just put out a whole bunch of stems of I think one of the tracks for people to remix.
Oh my god.
And I think that's going on, for another week or so. So
Ooh.
go to the website, check that out.
Ooh.
But she's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
That's too cool. Too cool for school. Hey, so I saw that Frank Martin's on. I don't know if it's Frank or Frank. I don't know. I'm gonna say it Frank. Tell me if I'm wrong, man. I saw you're in chat, and I want to give him a big shout out. I actually have one of your tracks queued up here, and if you're on Spotify and you're looking for a great playlist of modular synth artists, he has an amazing playlist on Spotify that you have to.
He says either way.
Either way, cool. That's
Sorry,
awesome.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's even better. No, it's better. this whole setup is made to be interrupted. Let's do it. But no. So check out his. I think he just hit his 3,000 subscriber mark on this playlist. He's always doing stuff. He's constantly. He's a busy guy. He's got a lot of things cooking. So check out his stuff. Let's check out a track from one of his latest albums. I think part 2 comes out pretty soon. Frank Martin.
No, don't bait it.
Oh, is this the best part? We'll keep going.
No. This whole thing's huge, and sorry, Frank, to talk over your piece. We got so many tracks to get out in the next hour or so before it's all over.
Yeah, this could seriously be like a 10-hour show. I mean, we got a lot of tracks.
No, we got a lot of tracks, and tracks like Frank's are the reason why you need to go get this album, because it's one of those things you put on and you're just gonna, an hour later, you're like, what was I doing?
Right. Who am I?
Who am I? Exactly. Or you might go patching, which is totally cool. This is so much fun, guys. I'm having fun. Are you guys having fun?
This is good, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is good. This is good.
This is community, man.
This is community. John,
Yes.
again, thank you so much for coming, man. I feel like
Thanks for
I
having
feel
me.
like I feel like you're one of us. You know what I mean? Like
I
you
do
want.
too. I do
You're-
too.
I'm gonna give you an honorary Colorado.
Mm.
Give you the patch.
You got to come out. You got
I
when
would
all
love
of
to.
this is over. You got to
I
come
would love
out.
to.
We got.
I have a really good friend who lives there too, and I'm sure he would put me up, like my whole family.
Yeah. If he won't, we will.
Aw, thanks, man.
No, I mean, not me, but one of these guys will.
I think the WMD
Yes.
warehouse has a cot, maybe.
Yeah,
Right. Alex could,
Exactly.
yeah, right.
Alex will hook you up. Yeah, you'll be right.
No,
and
we
then
will. We will find a way. We'll
We'll
put you up.
find a way. Yeah, exactly. And
Thanks,
hopefully we'll
man.
be doing our festival in July. We're gonna do it like one way or another. We're gonna do it online for sure. It might be only online.
In July, yeah, it's hard to know.
July, we don't know.
Yeah.
But we will do it. It's just how many people will be in the same room when we do it is gonna be. We'll figure it out. That's why we're doing part of these, is just to kind of ramp ourselves up for the festival
Yeah.
in July.
That's
Yeah, we've done a virtual freak boutique
Mhm.
with what six performers,
It was awesome.
It
and
was so good.
It was so
everybody at their
awesome.
house.
The coolest
and
thing about it was you get to see everybody's full setup, because like when
Yeah.
you play Freak Boutique, there's a short, transition time.
Yeah.
So people
Mhm.
Yeah.
don't bring very much.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
like when it's remote, it's like, man,
Let it rip.
Phonic,
Yeah.
like he had
Yeah,
a
it was so
360
good.
camera in his whole studio. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sine Mountain was really good in that. I remember.
Yeah, he was okay.
Can I get it? Where's my reverb?
Sine Mountain.
Ouch. Yeah, seriously.
I mean, let's talk about it.
Wow.
If
Just
only we
really.
had time to get into that subject. We don't. So
We do
talk about
not.
it in chats. You know,
He's like, we don't.
I cut my own self off. That says a lot about this.
Good.
scene.
It's good. Keep going.
That's
Keep
good.
rolling.
It's good. Hey, so again, like I mentioned, we had some people send in some lists of albums to check out. One of them was Div Kid, but let's talk about Div Kid stuff. I think we all know him as the guy who can tell us what we should buy. I mean, break down.
Seriously.
Break
That guy
down.
owes me money, dude.
Yeah. We've bought stuff because of his videos. He's been live streaming like mad. He's probably sleeping right now, which I hope he is. But let's play one of his tracks. This track is actually off another compilation. That's, if you don't know anything about that, that's the compilation from Din Records, and it's the what was it? It's like, this is like
Natural minor science.
Yeah, natural minor science. Yeah, but check out these compilations; they're really good. Yeah, I'm just gonna run. Let's shut up and just let it play. We'll talk about it later. that Tone Science compilation.
Wow.
I feel like a lot of people will stumble on that when they're first entering their ambient or modular journey.
Mm-hmm.
Those compilations are like really inspirational. So I remember listening to that before I even knew who Div Kid was. Like, I was just listening to ambient stuff. I didn't realize who he was. And then when I connected the dots months later, it was like, oh, all right.
Small world, yeah.
Small world, right? I think there's 3 of those out right now. They're awesome. And Div Kid has a bunch of stuff of his own. And I don't think he needs me to say this, but like going to support him is totally worth it. I mean, that guy puts a lot of work into what he's doing.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's a great artist too. So, I mean, besides just the work he's doing, his music's great.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Have we played with his module, the one that he put out, the LFO?
Oct.
What's it called? Oct. Yeah. Anybody have that?
I don't. What about
No.
mutes? Anybody?
I have the mutes.
Huh.
Yeah,
Those switches are tasty. Yeah.
it's awesome.
I love it when you say, I have the mutes. It's like,
I have the mute.
I have the mutes.
you should
It's
see
like
a doctor about that.
Arby's has the beef.
Exactly.
Monoscene has the mutes.
I've got the mutes.
The meats. Sorry, the meats. Arby's has
The meats.
Meats and mutes.
We just created the
Getting
bumper
flappy.
for the bumper for Div Kid.
Sponsored by Arby's.
Right. He's got the meats. The mutes. The meats.
All right.
Meats.
Speaking of
Meats.
Monoscene,
Yes, Monoscene. Once again, I want to tell everybody about the Colorado Modular Synth Society compilation volume 1. Why can't we do anything but short names? I don't know. We just can't.
No.
It's not going to happen. Monoscene, you've been a big part of this whole, like, getting that compilation. I mean, me and you co-produced that thing, and you put a lot of extra blood, sweat, and tears in it because you also have a track on there, which is one of my favorite tracks. Second only to Sine Mountain. That's a joke. That's a terrible thing to
Of
say.
course.
So let's dive into that, and then we'll talk about how you made that track.
All right.
Sound good? Yeah. Monoscenes.
you just please tell me how you made that?
Yeah. Do it quickly.
You just a little. I mean, come on.
So
What button is it? I don't see that
It's-
button on
I
mine.
don't
Yeah,
have that
it's-
button.
it was one of those things where I decided to experiment, went somewhere, and never looked back.
Mm.
So I did a little thing in VCV Rack, which is a software
Yeah.
modular synthesizer. And if you listen to the original, you wouldn't really recognize it. But I slowed it way down, and then I put it on tape, and then I slowed it on cassette tape. Then I slowed it down way more, and then I recorded that, and then I started building around it. I put it through clouds. I put it through, reverb and synthesizer and modular synthesizer. That's where whole, the modular synthesizer in this case was more of a sound processing instrument than anything else.
Mhm.
But then I started to put I used the bass, deep bass line is a WMD Spectrum, really, really deep. And then there is a Chimera coming in at the very end. So
Mhm.
it was kind of like this building everything up. And it sounded like somebody said 2001 Space Odyssey in the chat.
What a
it felt
compliment.
kind of like at the end of it, I was like, oh wow, this is kind of like a little bit cinematic kind of stuff. So
Lovely.
So
Thank you.
good. So good. I love it. Thank you again so much, Monoscene, for everything you've done for that compilation to get.
oh yeah,
out
that was
into
a
the
lot
world.
of fun on this. There's a lot of great stuff on there.
It's not the
You
last
guys
one we
are
did.
check it
legit,
out.
man.
Go check it out.
All right, we're going to go into our next track. Super excited about this. Johno, why don't you tell us a little bit about it real quick?
We're playing Hark Madly. Right.
Yeah, we're playing our
Yeah, right. We talked about it. Sorry. What are we
No, I
playing?
mean, I'm excited about this track. Wow, I love this song.
Yeah, no, his stuff is so interesting. He's such a creative genius. His stuff is so layered and richly produced. He came down and played modular on the spot here just before we closed up, really, just like a couple months ago. Such a gentleman. Loved hanging out with him. Nothing more to say.
Let's put it on.
We used to go swimming there where they're now drilling. I wish we could all put our hands in, touch rings, fix it like Captain Planet. There's nothing we can do now, the earth has spoken. Miami Beach is now part of the ocean. I just miss the clean Atlantic. Before it was filled with plastic. If we don't do something, the earth will be broken. Miami Beach will sink into the ocean.
I love that part right there.
So good.
Wow.
Wow,
Surprise
dude.
vaporwave.
Dude, like that album's so good, so stacked.
And really varied too.
Oh,
Like,
so varied.
yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, like, I was listening to his early. I feel like here. I listened to like
yeah,
some
man.
of the
I
early,
like his early stuff, man.
I think his early stuff, like that early stuff when he was doing one about like the like had water or had like element stuff. It was like very super like I had no idea this album was going to be like this, and then he dropped that
I
track,
know.
that single, and it came with a video, and I was like, "Is this the same dude?" I mean, it's dope, but like I had no idea he.
Yeah. Well, that song is really different than a lot of the album.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It was his first single. It's a big deal. I really love the vocals.
So tight. The
That's why
album's
I picked
dope
it.
too. Yeah. I play that a lot. In my car. I'm just like dope stuff. So I'm glad you had it on the list because I love that track too.
Yeah.
I want to play a song from a New York cat. Once again, we start doing this Discord stuff and we start hanging out with the New York guys on their Discord. And Yo Dice, I know you're on the chats, man. I hope you're still there. Thanks for staying awake so late. He sent me his track, his album, and to check out, and I've been digging it, man. So let's dive into one of his songs. This is Yo Dice. Ideas and opinions. Right? He said that's 100% modular. That's like
so good, man.
It's good.
So good.
All those New York guys are doing so much. Like, if you're gonna pay attention to one Twitch, I mean, you can hang out with our Twitch too. But if you're gonna like double down on like watching Twitch stuff, like that Twitch channel that the New York Modular Scene is doing is so on point. It's always playing lots of stuff. I saw someone doing a how to do a crow patch, and I've done crow patches before, but I wanted to watch that one. I was like, I can watch this all day long. So big up on them. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually have two
Okay.
people on the Twitch. The
We're
Twitch
two.
channel.
Two.
Yeah.
We're blowing up. That's two more than we
Two.
had from yesterday.
You guys are going viral, dude.
Yeah, that's a
Well, how many
200%
people are on?
increase, Johno. That's a
If-
200% increase. Like, yeah,
Just knock it off.
check the Excel spreadsheets. It's a hockey stick. Yeah.
All right. Moving right along.
Moving along,
This is one of
Just
my
keep it
picks.
going.
This is a
Okay.
guy I've been listening to for a while called Christian Vogel out of Denmark. He's been in the computer music scene for a long time, but he has a new project, NEL, which is all modular, and I really like it. So let's check it out.
Dope.
That's my kind of stuff right there.
For real. That kind of reminds me of, like, remember Oval? Are they still around? Am I dating myself there? Remember Oval?
I don't know
stuff?
them.
All right. Well, I'll send you guys a maybe they're on Bandcamp. My apologies.
Is that a Sine Mountain project or?
It's not as like no, it is not. It is.
I heard it was really good. Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
not.
that's awesome.
it was so good.
Anyhow, we don't have time to get into that whole business. Okay, Johno,
You want me to set up Modact
this guy was also on.
on Dotwave? Yeah,
Dotwave.
yeah, he was.
He was, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is one of Ben's picks. Ben DivKid.
Yeah. So when I saw
I'm
it,
so
he put
happy
that-
to
yeah.
see that. Yeah,
Me too.
Mhm.
I love it when that happens. When, like, you know, two great minds are thinking about the same thing. So
I do love Modact. So Colin Williams is from Austin, Texas. and we were talking over stuff, and it was Instagram. He was like, I want to come to San Diego and play modular on the spot. I was like, from Austin? He goes, yep, I got some frequent flyer miles. So he flew to San Diego to play modular on the spot. Got to know him, hung out the whole time. Had him over here, interviewed him for Wave, and he's a real brother, and his stuff is just great.
Yeah,
Here's-
let's check it out.
Here's Modect.
Yeah.
If you want a real treat, not now, viewers, but we recorded his set when he played modular on the spot here, and it's on our YouTube channel, and it's just killer. It's killer.
What kind of set does he have? I mean, it sounds like it could be a little or a lot. I'm not.
His was a Make Noise shared system.
Oh, sweet.
He did swap a few things in it. I don't think it was entirely, but it was like mostly.
Yeah.
Is it all like this ambient, floating, dark kind of stuff, or is there like all of a sudden like a beat kicks in and
well,
you're
his
just like,
thing,
whoa.
his thing, which we talked about, is like out of nowhere he'll just have this like ding, 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 ding. And he's got that like ability to just let that happen and not have to just like I have to dress it up and have all kinds of parts and in and outs, and I can't have just a driving beat because I just feel like that's not enough. But then you hear his, like you hear him do it, and it's like, God, I wish I could just relax and let something like that happen.
Yeah.
And not have to overthink it and have to have all the stuff, It's just so interesting, yeah.
Go over there to his Bandcamp, get that album. I mean,
He's a
tight.
good guy. Yeah, he's a good guy.
It's tight. Speaking of good guys, there's a good guy in our group, Gerald Fjord, and they say a lot of people say things about him. I'll say something nice. No, seriously, no. Gerald's been really prolific in the last couple of years with a couple albums come out. Signals that came out late last year, I think, or whenever, and it's awesome. Maybe it came out this year actually. I don't even know how long this year is, to be honest with you. But he also has a track on our compilation that's worth checking out. Let's get into that Gerald Fiord track.
Nice.
That's what's up.
Once again, it's like, how do you do that?
Man, he's so fun to watch live too. He's got the polyend SEQ, the giant,
Mm.
like 32
The big
or
one.
64 or whatever step sequencer. It's so cool to watch.
And
Yeah.
he sounds like that live too.
Yeah.
Like in any room, I've seen him at Freak Boutique. I've seen him at the Space Gallery wearing a mask and a robe. It doesn't matter. It's like
That's right.
Gerald.
Wow.
Gerald is just absolute killer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolute killer.
Opened for Heinbach when Heinbach was in town. That was just-
Heimbach and Morph
oh,
Beats, yeah.
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 Jeez.
And it was like a perfect mix. We did it in this cool art space, this giant art room, and called Space Gallery, and it was amazing. And yeah, he came out with a mask, this crazy like sun mask thing, which it was dope. It was deep.
Wow. And it just sounds like nobody else. You
Yeah.
know? Like just very, very unique.
Yeah,
Yeah,
check
yeah.
out his albums too. It's very broad in what he does. Very good.
Yeah, he's
God,
got
what
some
a
of that
skill.
mod bap stuff going on there too, which is the cool sound. For sure. All right, we're gonna start powering through some of these other albums on our list. Hopefully, we get through everything. If we don't, we're gonna download it in the comments, and everybody please check it out. Not today, tomorrow. This is Audio Void. This album is actually on a compilation that all the money that's goes towards this compilation goes to a mental health charity. It is an amazing compilation with a lot of different artists on there, including Black Moth. So definitely check it out. Audio Void. Don't look back. Yeah, Audio Void's got like so much stuff. That compilation that they did is so good. It's so good. It's so deep. So definitely check that one out. A lot of compilation love. So, all right, what do we got next? Oh, I think we have our buddy next, right? Who wants to introduce this one? Mono? Scenes?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah. So Austin, our Benny, great guy, just put out this massive vinyl box set of some of his tracks. It's all sold out already, but he put up his digital stuff for free, so pay what you want. Go support the guy. He is such a great guy. David brought him out here to Colorado. He played a show that was just so mind-blowing.
Yeah.
At the same space that the Heimbach show was at, the Space Gallery. He had visuals and everything. It was absolutely mind-blowing.
We miss you, Austin. Can't wait to see you again. I love that part.
Yet again, like, how are you doing that right there? That part right there?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, you know he.
Those
and he-
textures are just.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is next level.
He's one of those cats that like he came out to do our show and out here in Colorado, and I didn't expect a huge setup, but when I saw his setup, I was still like, that's still a lot more. I mean, he's getting so much out of that system. I'm sure he
Mhm.
can play with a different system. I've seen him kind of mess around with other things besides just modular too. So
Mm-hmm.
he's got the chops.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's good stuff. It's really good. And
Gerald Fjord is out of the chat. All right, chaps, it's midnight. He's calling it.
Yep, he's calling it. That doesn't mean you have to leave. We're still gonna stick around for.
He's
We're
calling
gonna do a few more tracks real quick. What we got next?
So is
No
Javarsi.
fight.
She's out too.
Thanks.
All right, Shannon.
Take care, folks.
We're not done yet. We're gonna play a few more
It's
tracks.
only 11 o'clock on the West Coast. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can go. We're gonna go until Bandcamp shuts.
We're gonna go into Bandcamp just
Yeah, that's right.
this will-
And really, did they? I mean, is it your time or my time? I mean,
it's
you
their
know.
time actually.
Whose
It's their
is
time.
it?
I think
It's
it's. Yeah, so.
Yeah, no, it's West Coast. It's all West Coast time. PDT.
So you know.
Let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going. Let's do it. Because even if you're not watching right now, maybe people will watch later.
Right. Right.
Right. Sweet. What do we got next?
This is Nilphi Infinity.
Nilphi Infinity. All right. Shout out to Nilphi Infinity. Thanks for sending me this track. This is making me think some real spacey, scary shit. Love it. Yeah.
That's
Very
a.
nice. Ooh,
Yeah.
Twinkles that kind of came in there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
some noisy stuff. That's really good.
It's cool stuff. Cool,
love that.
cool. Yeah, I love that stuff.
Noisy but controlled. You know.
Yeah. No, that
Yeah.
and if you
Yeah,
listen
really
to it, like,
special.
yeah, all this stuff is kind of along that vein. Like it's kept in this kind of like orc cloud feeling. Like just like it's spacious without being chaotic. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't.
Totally. I'm just texting with Modak here. He's like, "Oh, I'm bummed I missed it. I was up with my kids."
Oh, sorry there, David. I accidentally removed you for a minute.
This is a
Getting about that time of the
takeover.
night.
Exactly.
We'll talk
Mutiny.
about Sine
right.
Mountain.
All
Modek
right.
is tuning in right now, he says.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're still going,
Sweet.
man.
Nice.
This
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
the
we'll
golden
keep going.
hour.
He's
The
like,
golden
bummed I missed it. I was reading Harry
hour.
Potter
No,
with my
no,
kids. He's a good dad.
He's like, why are you reading all my texts out?
Yeah, maybe I should stop.
I'm trying to keep a level of cool here, man.
Yeah, right. I don't have kids. I'm cool. I'm
Oh,
single.
exactly. I'm just killing it. Where we get into now? Oh yeah, we got
All right.
So this is another shout out from a Boston guy. I want to make Tim Prone. He was one of the first modular people I met in Boston, actually. And I think he lives in New Hampshire, but we call him the Boston folk. And he used to host a modular event in Boston. It was the first set I actually played outside of like a house party. So give him a shout out. He makes some great stuff. This is Prone. All of those zombie sweeps at the beginning.
Yeah.
Spacey.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Colin Williams Modect is in the chat.
Very nice.
He's here.
Late to the party.
What?
But he's here.
But he's here. He missed his track and his major love, but you know,
Yeah, right.
you
Still
know,
major love for him. Right
still
here.
major love, man.
Yep.
I
This is
mean,
real-
dude, if Div Kid is recommending your track, like enough said, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah. That was a killer track.
All right.
Seriously.
All right. So
So you guys
time.
want to wake it up a little bit, huh?
what do we
Get
got?
up.
Wake it up.
Okay, let's wake it up.
Pick it up.
Next up, we've got Pablo Perez, our brother in SoCal here, and talk about like stuff that sounds like nobody else. This is like 380 BPM. Seeing this guy do this live, there's just nothing like it.
Ah, yes.
Seriously, seeing him live, it's unlike anything.
That's awesome.
He and I had a really cool conversation about technique, and he said, man, here's a great evening for you. Just pick 2 modules which you think just do not work with each other, you know, like maths and plats, and like make sound with them, and just like ignore everything else you've got, and just like try something that you really think wouldn't work. And then when you're improvising and you're lost in a set and you need a way out, you know, you've got that thing you learned that one night. And I was just like, oh, of course.
Yeah.
Like pick 2 modules that just are not going to make sound.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of the 3 modular challenge, but that's like
Right.
yeah. That's a great idea. I'm could you text him and let him know that I want to steal that idea?
Just do it. Just do it. Yeah.
I am gonna steal it. I'm just letting him trying to be a gentleman
Just
about
do
it.
it.
Take that challenge to the extreme and pick 2 modules that like literally don't make sound, like a VCA and a mixer. What can you do with that?
Well, this is like, you know, like no input.
you can do
mixing,
no
you know,
input.
with
Yeah,
Cerebral
exactly.
Reed. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can make it.
Get
make
it going.
sound if you really try.
Yeah. And then
Or
run
just
that through an H9 pedal and boom,
Yeah.
you're a genius.
Yep.
Shimmer and done.
Dan, put
How
on
do you
Bandcamp.
do that?
Put it on, that's all it takes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's keep going. We got like only a few more minutes before we all turn into pumpkins or something. I don't know what happens. This Tom Hall album, Spectra,
Oh,
love it, right?
so good.
So good. Tom, if you're out there, we love
So
this album.
good.
Wow. I got to check that one out for sure.
Oh yeah, man, that was.
Yeah, it's so good.
Mod
And
X-
isn't it all
Mod-
like Max for Life?
I don't know if that one was all of it. It might have been. I know he's really heavy into it now.
Yeah, or Max MSP or whatever it is. He's doing a lot of that stuff. and
Max.
it's-
Yeah.
he's so good.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of him playing, and I can only kind of guess what's going on there. So I go, yeah.
Moduct asks in the chat, the North Coast guys got their inspiration from y'all, correct?
Well, I think actually technically probably is more Rocky Mountain Synth meetup. I think he was watching they were watching what Mark was doing.
Yeah.
Mark
Mosier.
Mark Mosier's been doing his thing for many moons, and he's always got great content. He's always been putting together a lot of people, and his scene's been going for a long time. So when we started, the one area that he wasn't really focused on was modular synth stuff, and so that kind of like opened it up for us. And we're actually really close with him. Yeah, so we, lots of love being shared there. So
that's cool.
Yeah. I know like the North Coast guys mentioned this, but I think honestly when they said that, I think they were more referring to what Mark was doing.
Oh, I see.
I could be wrong. I don't know. I mean,
if you're in the Denver Boulder area, check out the Rocky Mountain Synth meetup. Right now, still going on every week on Wednesdays, virtual. RockyMountainSynth.com. Check it out. It's well worth it.
It's well worth it. And he doesn't put his stuff up on YouTube, so you need to go to his thing.
Yeah.
You gotta he does have a great newsletter that breaks that down. But
and he's got guests like every week that are just killer.
Yeah.
All topics, all like electronic music and mastering and Ableton and whatever. So check out Mark Mosier, RockyMountainSynth.com.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. All right, we're gonna play a couple more tracks and then.
Yeah, we're gonna plug Mystery Circles once more. This is a track off of that label. Debut album, Akil Adam.
This is dope. This track's dope. Yeah, his drums are tight. No, that's a new album off of Mystery Circles, discography. So, yeah, go check out that stuff. I'm gonna do the Mystery Circles since there's not that many people on right now. I'm gonna go tomorrow on Instagram. I'm gonna do a giveaway on the Instagrams, if anyone's wondering. All right. Little self promotion time, I guess, right?
Yes.
Come on.
Sine Mountain.
Ooh. You got to pay extra for that stuff.
Exactly.
That's right. I'll charge him.
That's
So
stuff.
we have the Colorado Modular Synth Society has a compilation out today. Compilation Volume 1, 18 tracks, all modular synth, all Colorado artists. This is David Sine Mountain from the Colorado Modular Synth Society compilation volume 1.
Nice.
Yes, it's write it out, didn't you? Okay,
You
thank
should be
Fine.
really proud of that, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's
you.
lovely.
Thanks,
That's
man.
really good.
That's like one of
So how did you get that? Is there some kind of distortion, wavefolding?
Oh.
What's going on there? Oh, the old
one.
the orange.
I've got that pedal still.
Yeah, no.
But I want to
Somewhere.
run and get it. It's like, oh, actually, it's right behind me.
Somewhere.
Unbelievable.
My friend who's like a old school emo punk kid, he was giving away pedals. He was getting rid of all his shit, and he's like, "Hey, do you want one of these pedals?" I'm like, "I don't ever fuck with pedals." And he's like, "You can have it free." I'm like, "Okay then." So I brought it home, and then
That's an old classic right there.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
I just like plugged it in. I was like, and that track was like made the second time I used it. So I was like, okay, let's record that. So
What's the drone behind?
the drone. So a lot of it's actually coming from the Korg, which was another thing that gets going to randomly like start playing with the FM. And then I was running all of that stuff through Eurorack, so I just turned my Eurorack into an effects box, which was something I always wanted to try to do. And
Brilliant.
so I have like 3 or 4 songs. I haven't decided if it's gonna be 4 or 3. They're all from that session, and they're all kind of part of they're all like a big story, and that's like one of the first parts of the story. But the whole thing was an experiment with actually using this as an effects box. So I just turned this whole thing, and like we were talking about, like, you know, the multiple ways of using an instrument. Yeah, I was just like, okay, I'll just turn that into an effects. So yeah,
I love how it teeters on the feedback, like you like on the edge of like completely like going into chaos and completely dissolving. It's just teetering on that edge the entire time. It's so good.
Yeah, you should have seen my face. My face recording that was the same one. Like,
riding that.
I didn't have anything else, but I was just playing it off of this thing by hand. So I was just playing it like off of this, like in this, and I tried to memorize what I did the first round. So the second take, the one I recorded, was me like memorizing, and it's like, yeah, it's just like there's like these little cool little moments where like it kind of goes off. It works for me, and other times it's like.
So there's no guitar in that.
No, that's just.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
No, that's just me.
That's what I was gonna say. It sounds totally like
Neil Butterfingers. Yeah.
I thought that was guitar.
Guitar at
really
the
sounds
amp,
like
like the
feedback.
Marshall full stack. You sit there and you get the feedback on all that. It's just
That's all. I was wanting to learn how to play guitar. I don't know how to play guitar, and I don't know how to play.
Well, you
keys.
do, but not on a. Guitar.
I mean, I don't know how to play keys either. It was just circumstance. You know, someone gave me a pedal. I had this FM Korg lying around I never messed around with.
Nice.
And I had this amazing Eurorack system. That's the only thing I knew. I was like, well, whatever I throw into it, I can, you know, it's just like anything else I throw into that Eurorack.
Yeah.
I can kind of glue it together. And thanks. I appreciate you guys digging it though.
Yeah.
So
That was great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Really, really good.
It's awesome.
Well, thank you, viewers, for joining us for the first CMSS listening party. We'll do another one.
Yeah.
So Bandcamp's doing, I think it ends in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Pacific time.
So yeah, and we're gonna give people time to go out there and go look at the list of stuff that we put out there. We've been putting on the Mystery Circles discount code too. Our compilations out there. Johno has music out there too. We have a whole bunch of music we didn't get a chance to play tonight. My apologies if you tuned in and you're like, "Where's my song?" We will play it at the next Friday event. And
what is it? Next month?
Next
June
month,
1,
first Friday of next month. Is it really June 1? That's pretty cool. Like 2 first Fridays on the first day of the month. That's cool. Yeah. So, but yeah, and we'll share out some of the songs we played out. We'll put the list on there. Thanks for anybody who watched this live, and we really had fun doing this. I think so, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was great.
Oh yeah. I think we're gonna have Johno back too.
Oh yeah, John.
Happy to come. Sure.
Yeah, John. That's your corner over there.
Okay. Do I get the
Stay in
reverb
your
treatment
corner.
next time?
You-
or-
You
We'll-
get the
we'll-
John.
You gotta wire it up.
You gotta wire it up. That's
Ooh,
right.
that one. That's
Ooh, that was a
Use
good
your
one.
That was
use
cool.
you just put it through your rack. Come on.
Right, come on.
That's what we all do.
Oh, come on. It's sitting right here.
there's a modular. I love it. It's awesome. Modular on the spot. World.
Mott's
World-
World next
Mock
Friday.
World.
Next Friday.
Check
Friday.
it out.
Next
Don't
Friday.
sleep- Don't sleep on that. In the meantime, let's keep in touch. Hit us up on social. Check out the Discord. Subscribe, follow, poke us.
Check out the compilation on Bandcamp.
Yeah,
Colorado Modular Synth Society, Volume 1. Out
So
today.
proud of you guys. It's just a lovely project.
Out yesterday, actually. It's already the second, but Colorado time. So yeah, that was a lot of fun.
yeah.
So,
It was all
check that
fun.
out.
Yeah.
Goodbye,
Thanks-
chat.
Bye, everybody on
Take
chat.
care,
Bye
folks.
bye.
Stay
We
safe.
will be back.
Until next time.
Until next time, Red Stripe down.
Yeah.
Oh
wash your-
yeah.
Wash your hands. Thanks,
Wash
Red
your
Stripe.
Spot his discography.
Peace.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Take care.